Hey Madridistas, and welcome back for another deep dive. This time we're going to break down Real Madrid's awesome 3-0 win away at Leganés. Leganés, it's always a tricky one for me to pronounce.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But what a performance from the lads. Real Madrid really controlled this game from start to finish.
It really shows how Real Madrid are returning to form,
Yeah.
And that tactical flexibility that we've been talking about.
Right, and got to thank all of our subscribers out there. Really appreciate you guys for the support. We hope you're loving these deep dives. But for now, let's get back to the match. That return to the 4-3-3 formation, it really brought a sense of balance back to the team, didn't it?
It did, and the AS USA match report highlights just how effective that formation was. It allowed Real Madrid to control that midfield, and we know that's so important both in attack and defense.
You're right. Camavinga was amazing in the midfield. That guy's energy was just infectious. It really felt like he sparked this chain reaction, with everyone else stepping up their game too. Oh, and of course we can't forget Bellingham's attacking contributions. That double tackle with Camavinga that led to the first goal. Pure class.
And Ceballos' creativity in the midfield as well. I thought his passing was pinpoint, always finding those gaps in the Leganés defense.
Yeah, it really did feel like he was orchestrating the whole attack at times. So on that note, let's talk about the defensive improvements. Courtois is back.
Yeah, his return to that starting lineup, it definitely restored some calmness to the back line. The AS USA report did say that he's going to need careful management to avoid mistakes, but overall his presence was a definite boost.
Speaking of boosts, Raul Asencio. He has been putting in some seriously impressive performances lately.
Yeah, his tenacity and composure were on full display in this match. He's really making a strong case for a permanent starting spot back there.
Okay, before we move on, just a quick reminder to like this episode and share it with your fellow Madridistas. Gotta spread that Real Madrid love. Now let's dive into Ancelotti's tactical tweaks in the attack. I thought it was interesting seeing Mbappé out wide and Vinicius Jr. playing more centrally.
Yeah, Ancelotti definitely seems to be experimenting with different attacking combinations, and this match gave us a glimpse of that. Having Mbappé out wide added a whole new dimension to the attack.
It really kept Leganés guessing. But can we talk about the breakout star of the match? Arda Güler. That kid is special.
His performance was electric. Those nutmegs and those dribbles. The Leganés defenders were chasing shadows. He came so close to scoring a couple of times.
I know, right? He is definitely one to watch for the future. And what's even more impressive is how Ancelotti is managing his development. He's giving him just enough playing time to shine, without overwhelming him.
Exactly. Ancelotti knows how to nurture young talent, and it's clearly paying off.
Okay, before we wrap up this part of the deep dive, I just want to say again how much we appreciate you, amazing listeners. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes.
Yeah, it's really encouraging to see these young players like Güler, stepping up and making a real impact. It really bodes well for the future of Real Madrid.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what else impressed me? It's the way this win shows off Real Madrid's depth. Even without some key players, they were still able to dominate Leganés.
That's right. It's a testament to the quality of the squad that Ancelotti has built. He has options on the bench who can come in and make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of making a difference, let's talk about the impact of the substitutions. Remember when Ancelotti brought on Rodrigo? He injected a fresh burst of energy into that attack.
His pace and his trickery caused all sorts of problems for the Leganés defense. It's no coincidence that the third goal came shortly after he came on.
Right. It was a brilliant tactical move from Ancelotti. It just goes to show he's always thinking a few steps ahead.
He's a master tactician, there's no doubt about it. And I think this Leganés game was a perfect example of how his tactical awareness can turn a good performance into a dominant one.
Now let's not forget about the fans. The atmosphere at Butarque was electric. Even though it was an away game, you could really feel the passion from those Madridistas.
The chants, the cheers, that unwavering support, it definitely played a role in motivating the players. You can't underestimate the power of a passionate fan base.
It's what makes Real Madrid so special, right? That connection between the team and the fans. It's truly unique. Speaking of connections, I think we should highlight that partnership developing between Vinicius Jr. and Mbappé.
They really seem to be finding a real understanding on the pitch, their movement, their passing, their link-up play. It's a joy to watch.
Totally agree. It feels like they're always on the same wavelength, always anticipating each other's moves. It's going to be exciting to see how that partnership evolves throughout the season.
Definitely. And what really stood out to me was the overall team spirit. Even when Leganés tried to press high, Real Madrid didn't panic. They kept their composure and played their way out of trouble.
Yeah, I noticed that too. There was a real sense of confidence and belief within the team. It's like they knew they were going to win no matter what.
That's the hallmark of a champion team.
Yeah.
And it's clear that Real Madrid are back to their winning ways.
All right, folks, before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, just want to remind you to like, subscribe, and share this episode with all your Madridista friends. We really appreciate your support, and we're dedicated to bringing you the best Real Madrid analysis out there. One of the things I love about watching Real Madrid is that they always seem to find a way to win, even when they're not at their best.
It's true. They have this resilience, this never say die attitude that sets them apart, you know? Remember those last few minutes of the Leganés match? They were still pushing forward, still looking for more goals, even though the game was already won.
Yeah, they were. That hunger, that desire. It's what defines this club. It's in their DNA. And for all you Madridistas out there, that's what makes us so proud to support this team.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And you know what else makes this team special? Is that blend of youth and experience. You've got seasoned veterans like Modric and Kroos, riding these young stars like Güler and Camavinga.
Yeah, that mentorship is invaluable. It's like passing the torch to the next generation, making sure that Real Madrid legacy continues.
It's amazing to see. And speaking of seeing amazing things, let's not forget those 3 stunning goals. Each one was a testament to Real Madrid's attacking power.
Oh yeah, Mbappé with that clinical finish, Bellingham with that powerful header, and then Valverde with that absolute screamer from outside the box.
It was a goal fest. I was on the edge of my seat. And what I found impressive was the variety in their attack. They were dangerous from set pieces, they created chances from counterattacks, and they were patient in their build-up play when they needed to be.
It was a masterclass in attacking football. And as much as we love celebrating the wins, we also want to give a shout out to our incredible producer,
Right.
who makes this all possible.
Huge thanks to you for all your hard work behind the scenes.
And of course, to all of you amazing listeners out there, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Real Madrid's victory over Leganés. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with all your Madridista friends. We'll be back soon with more insights, more analysis, and more Real Madrid magic. Until then, Hala Madrid.